And the first thing we have to do is identify this lovely lady with her phone number, because the game uses copyright protection to make sure we didn't steal it. So yes, I had to go look up 15-year-old photos. You can use Owlo's birthday as the number for all of the women, but then it also plays the game in a debug mode, a cheat mode, which, while preferable, is not really in the spirit of what we're trying to do here. And this time Owlo was real clever and put all the credits in the beginning of the game, so you'd have to see them. This game was also made, there was a lot of backlash to the first Larry game because it was about sex. So in this game, if you try to have sex, you die. Larry is on the search for true love, and any attempts to get laid on the way will result in your horrible death.
Just like in real life.
That's been my experience. For the opening segment, I'm going to go ahead and read everything, because it's on a timer. Looks like Owlo did a lot on this game. And then later the princess will join in doing the female characters, although not necessarily voice acting, because neither one of us are professional voice actors. Hey look, there's Larry, not looking cartoonish, because we've gone way back in time. Eve, baby, you greet your woman with love in your voice. You're finally home! I've been worried sick about you. Who are you? Asked the voluptuous woman in the magnificent red sports car. And why are you mowing my lawn? Why, Eve, don't you remember me? It's me, Larry. Larry Laffer? You got to do the hee-hee. We met in that hot tub and lost wages in your luxury penthouse apartment in the land of the lounge lizards, just before my big finale, wink wink, at the end of the game. Remember? Vaguely, she says, so why are you here? Why, that is, you stammer. Why, I just kinda assume when two people are as deeply in love as we are, the natural thing to do is move in together, and so here I am. Move in? You creep! You've got exactly 5 minutes to get everything out of my house and out of my life! Brutus! She commands her dog. On guard! Yeah, in the first game, it didn't happen to us, but if you stand around too long, you think to yourself, that dog looks rather familiar. This dog walks up and pees on you. I'll be back here in 5 minutes, Eve shouts, and you won't. You don't know me. And the dog pees on us. Sigh. Gee, Larry, looks like things are just the way they used to be. You thought your life was complete. You had found true love with a beautiful woman, with a beautiful car, and a beautiful home, all in beautiful Los Angeles. Ugh. But instead, you're out on the streets again. What will you do? Probably change my pants. Meanwhile, on a beautiful tropical island paradise of Nuntanite Island, located somewhere in the South Pacific, a formerly strange weather phenomenon occurs once again. Oh yes, this game has a plot. The island's native tribe has grown accustomed to these recent occurrences of dense fog, even though it appears and dissipates quite rapidly.
Must be zombies.
It's either zombies or a James Bond-esque villain hideout. What the natives don't know, however, is that the fog is just a smokescreen to cover the activities of an evil force so sinister, so sly, so slick, that the mere mention of his name brings fear to the heart of the staunchest man. No Nookie. I don't know any man who is terrified of coming home to find no Nookie. Even though there's the fog, you'd still think they'd hear the chopper or hear the waterfall shut off and turn back on. Inside his volcanic mountain fortress, the dirty doctor is designing the most disgusting of his dastardly deeds. Alliteration for the win. Yes. Where is that woman? Why is she so slow? Shouts Dr. Nonuki. She should be here by now. And yes, there's nudity on the screen right now. I mean, you gotta look for it, but it's there. You got two.
It's more than in the last Game of Thrones episode, so I'll take it.
You've got two bare-breasted. Sir, cackles the radio. Shipment incoming. Aha! Here she is. That's more like it. You got the two bare-breasted fan wavers and the nudie poster on the wall. All in glorious CGA. Calling LA. Calling LA, he says into the microphone. Yes, sir, responds a female voice on the radio. Is everything in place for the transfer, he asks. Everything, she snaps back. He smiles a broad smile. Excellent, LA. Keep me informed, he concludes. And remember, no mistakes.
Most villains really like the mistakes.
I actually feel like there's more plot in this than the last episode of Game of Thrones.
Possibly, yeah.
Evidently, the bad doctor is planning something to do with Los Angeles and some sort of transfer. What could it be? Fan me, he shouts. And now! Now feed me grapes, he orders with a sinister smile. And keep 'em coming. When I win the lottery, this is how I intend to live. I might even change my name to Nonuki. Gosh, Larry, let's hope you never end up on the bad side of this character.
That's not fortunate. No.
And now it's going to loop again, so I'm going to hit enter and we're going to actually start the game. There we go! We are in LA outside of Eve's house.
You novice.
I am a novice. And the first thing I'm going to do is look around her garage. But there's nothing over there. Hey, what's this? Eve left a dollar bill stuffed in this old pair of pants. All I had to do was search all around her garage to find a dollar bill. Okay. You briefly consider the morality of this move, but after all, she hasn't done for you. You decided it's probably the least she can do. But after all, she hasn't done for you. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to learn how to read. I promise.
Someday.
It's important to have goals. So we are in sunny downtown LA. We have $1 in our pocket, and that's it. We have a slightly damp leisure suit and $1.
Oh my god, now you're a bore.
I am a bore.
I always knew it.
There's Harry Ream's Barbershop, which is a reference to a porn star from God knows when. And I think the first thing I have to do is look at this hole in the fence. You bend over and peer through the knothole in the fence. On the other side, you see people playing Police Quest. How you wish you were one of them. Because just randomly in a backyard somewhere, in a back alley of Los Angeles, people are playing Police Quest.
That's disgusting.
You gotta love a good pee joke. My favorite death scene in the entire game takes place in here, but we're gonna have to hold off a little bit later for it. I've got exactly $1, so I'm gonna get a lottery ticket. Because that's what you do with your last dollar.
Exactly.
Here's my last dollar, you say, handing it to the cute clerk. How about selling me one of those Lucko Buck lottery tickets? That's you.
I don't wanna.
That's you, right there.
Damn it.
You can read. I believe in you.
Don't make me.
It's right there. What does it say? What's the first letter start with? It's an O. It's an O.
I hate you.
I know you do.
No, I can't.
Okay, partner, says the clerk. Here you go. Just stick this here ticket in that machine on the end of the counter. Good luck, she concludes. Have a nice day.
That wasn't a real word. I couldn't say it.
You insert the paper ticket into the Lucko Bucko machine. The Lucko Bucko Lottery Machine video display flashes. Please enter your 6 numbers between 100 and 999 now. We have to win the lottery in order for the game to proceed. So pick the 6 correct winning 3-digit numbers. Go. Pick them. I said pick them.
I have no idea.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
Pick them.
699?
699. I need 5 more numbers.
812.
812.
327.
Man, that's a rough one.
564. 998.
And the last number will be?
100.
I don't think it's going to be that. All right, if you say so.
Give me whatever number you want it to be.
Processing.
Tell me to pick
Processing. Processing. And you did a lovely job. Out pops your Lucko Bucko lottery ticket. You take it and wonder, will I be a winner?
Probably not.
I don't know. I got some points. And there's our clerk there.
I think she's got a skin problem.
You find Southern women sexy. But then you find any woman sexy. And that's the running joke throughout the entire game. Every woman you look at, it'll say you find some descriptor describing her sexy, but then you find every woman sexy. All right, so we've got our lottery ticket. And you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to go see if we won the lottery. And the way you do that is by going directly to the TV station.
Obviously.
Hello, big blonde and beautiful, you say. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer. Hiya, she blurts between bubbles. Can I help you? Oh, I forgot to mention, earlier they said, have a nice day. We can change that. It'll be a popular phrase throughout the game. But at any point, you could have changed it to say any number of obscenities. For our purposes, we're going to make it say snowballs. Which is an inside joke that I'm now putting on the internet for no reason.
You're welcome, America.
Say, you ask the receptionist, is this lottery ticket any good? And everybody at home, I want you to pay attention to how Larry wins the lottery, because I honestly believe this would work in real life. I don't know, she replies. I've misplaced my glasses. As best as I can remember, this week's Lucky Life Lottery Lucko Bucko numbers are... And then she asks me which numbers do I have. So if you'll excuse me for a minute, I need to write these down. 728, 864, 482, 741, 150, and 125. Hey, Princess, what numbers did we pick?
Not those.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure we picked those exact numbers she just gave us.
Yeah, I remember that too.
I mean, the odds were radically against us. Why, that's correct!
Dork.
She replies excitedly, you are a lucky guy! The last Lucky Life lottery show of the season is being taped right now. I'll notify the director that you're here. I'm sure you'll be called immediately. This is how life works. You just go up, you say, hey, what were the winning numbers? Hey, those were my numbers. Don't look at my ticket. Give me the money. I'll unlock the door to the green room so you can wait there. Oh, by the way, she says to the receptionist, don't get nervous just because you're on live television and being watched by millions of people. She chuckles softly under her breath. Well, I'm in the green room now, so I'm just going to sit down.
Pinhead.
Princess's new job is to call out the ranks as I progress in points. I'm also not going for a perfect playthrough. I'm just hoping this will be my last ever playthrough of this game. Oh, look, that's not a stereotype. Oh, say you, poo-poo, cries the man. You're late. Where have you been, you silly little Dickens? We've just been worried sick about you.
Boy, I'm glad you're doing the voice acting.
Yeah. Before you can answer him, he tells you, hurry up, honey, you're on. Well, all right, let's go win us a lottery. This does not look like a lottery place. The control room talkback speaker crackles. 5 seconds to air, boys and girls. 5 seconds to air. Places, everybody. This doesn't look at all like you expected a lottery show to look, but just in case, you decide to grab a seat on that empty stool over there.
Never let it be said that Larry is a fool.
Larry's actually really good at game shows. The voiceover announcer says, from Hollywood, it's the latest and greatest in embarrassment programming, the all-new Dating Connection. And here's your host, Biff Barf! Unfortunately, my announcer voice is the same as my TV show host voice. Thank you and welcome. Welcome, everybody! I'm so glad you're here for the all-new Dating Connection!
So you could totally do it.
We're just about ready to play our game, so let's meet our contestants. Who's going to make their big dating connection today?
Not me.
Biff, today's lovely bachelorette is Barbara Bimbo of Airhead, California.
Sounds like a mystery bag.
She's not blonde. Barbara's hobbies are computer programming, creating unusual milkshakes, and tantalizing elderly men. She lists her turn-ons as industrial-grade blenders and RS-232 interfacing.
I don't want to know what she does with blenders.
No. Turn-offs include international military conflicts and the aroma of rosin core solder. You have a problem with international military conflicts?
No, it gets me hot every time.
Good, because that's what I got you for birthday.
That's why I'm always never mind.
Applause! Yay! On the left is Bachelor number 1, a professional surfboard waxer from Gumbo, Missouri. His hobbies include collecting Braunschweiger casings, speculating on the sexual preferences of professional dancers, and watching televised operas with the sound off. Meet Davy Blair! Bachelor number 2 is today's token intellectual. He is presently chairman of the physics department at our local university, FU. Originally from Pakistan, Ohio, mate Raguka Singh Song.
Racist.
Hey, that's not your name. Excuse me, you shout. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer. Okay, Rakuga Larry, whatever you want to call yourself is okay with me. And on the far right today is Bachelor number 3, a journalism major who quit college in order to pursue his dream job. Fact checker on the National Enquirer newspaper.
I am skeptical.
Currently unemployed, meet AP Wire. And now it's time to play the Dating Connection, says Biff Barf. Barbara, may we have your first question, please?
If only you could see the neck movement that's going on right now.
It's necessary for the voice. Okay, like, thanks, Biff, you know, says Barbara. Bachelor number 1, like, this one's for you.
Are you channeling Amber right now?
A little bit. If I was to go, like, out on a, date with you, and you was, like, all dressed up or something, and, like, the car busted, and we had to walk for help, and I, like, broke a, heel, like, how would you fix it?
The heel or the car?
I think that's up to the individual. Like it seems obvious her elevator doesn't reach her penthouse.
I don't. I'm having too many images right now for that. No,
Well-
I know what they were going for. Let's continue.
Why, beautiful. If you were with me, you wouldn't have to worry about any old breakdown. We'd be cruising in my brand new Porsche, and you wouldn't have a care in the world. Besides, if something did happen to your heel, I'd just sweep you up in these muscular arms and carry you wherever you wanted to go. When you're a top-notch physical specimen like me, a light little feather like you would be a breeze.
I love it when men take care of me.
You're sure not even this mental midget would fall for a cornball line like that?
I think she might have.
Jeez, how romantic. She gushes. What more could any girl want? Well, Bachelor, you're number 1 with me. So much for your theory, Larry. I like that the narrator's got an opinion on things. And now, How about you, Bachelor number 2? She asks you. How would you solve this puzzle?
Very puzzling.
Okay, Larry. That's your cue. You're on. This is all you, Princess. Give her your best line.
Oh, good lord, I don't have any lines.
Then you're going to have to make one up.
Put me on the spot, goodness.
We're going to sit here until you come up with something.
Until I come up with my best line. I like the one about the, if you get in the van, I'll give you some candy. That one's my favorite.
I don't think there's going to be room for some, so there we go. You stumble. If you get in the van, I'll give you candy. Who let that jerk in? Barbara squeals. What a putz! Honey, I'm a pinhead. Says so right there on the screen. Barbara attempts to assume an intelligent expression. How about you, Bachelor number 3? Bachelorette Barbie, my dearest, personal feelings are that you are far too sexy for me ever to allow you to leave my highly expensive beachfront swinging bachelor apartment. You and I would spend all of our time together alone, sharing each other in every way, if you know what I mean. He's being very subtle.
Mm.
How's that for a way with words? Oh, how sexy, she gushes. What more could any girl want? You may be Bachelor number 3 on this program, but you're Bachelor number 1 in my heart.
That's 2 number 1s.
Do you think...
Taking them both home.
Oh my. Do you think anyone's still watching this tripe?
Probably.
We only have 15 more questions to get through. Barbara, in my opinion, you've asked one of our best questions ever. Now, do you think you can come up with another great question? I think there's only 3 questions.
Oh, thank God.
Once again, Barbara burns off a few million brain cells attempting to rise to the occasion. Okay, like, thanks, Biff, you know, says Barbara. Bachelor number 1, like, this one's for you. Like, if you was a, insect and I was like a, flower, what kind of, insect would you, like, be? And, like, what kind of flower am I?
Oh, I got this one.
Sigh. I forget what his voice was like. What was his voice like? Barbara. Response flash number 1. I'd be a beautiful butterfly, and you'd be my tender little buttercup. Together, we build a wonderful garden of love.
Wrong answer.
At least his garden would be well fertilized, because he's full of shit. Like, you are quite the charmer, aren't you, number 1? She gushes. I'd love to sow a few seeds with you. It's a racy show. Biff, she says, must I, like, waste our time asking El Dorco this question? Biff responds, why, of course, Bachelorette Barbara, you must follow the rules. Okay, boy number 2, she says sarcastically. Can you even, like, remember the question? No, that sentence didn't work. Come on, Larry, fire your best shot.
Well, Larry would be a B.
I'm a bee!
And she would... Hey! I wasn't done! Alright, whatever.
I'm sorry, what was your other half gonna be?
No, we're done.
Okay. I think how that is, I'm a bee!
I'm very excited about that.
That's why I put an exclamation mark. Like, what planet beamed this spook down? She squawks. I've heard better lines in a, nursing home.
Well, somebody didn't let me finish.
Well, what was the other half gonna be? We will never know, Internet.
Plus, I think she's gonna hate your answer no matter what.
Well, I don't know what gives you that impression. Is it the fact that I'm letting you fill them out?
Possibly.
Well, Bachelor number 3, she says, I can't, wait to learn, like, what insect are you? And, like, what flower am I? This is getting out of hand. Barbie doll, you'd be my precious American beauty rose, and I'd be your little bumblebee. You know you'd enjoy rubbing a little bit of your pollen, on my stinger. I got confused as to which one of us was the male and which one of us was the female. It happens sometimes, like when I'm in Brazil. Does this show supply antacids? Well, number 3, you certainly are the oversexed little devil, aren't we? Oh, it was we. Barbara gushes. I'm gonna learn to read, I swear.
Okay.
Hold it right there, interjects Biff. I'm afraid that's all the time we have for questions today. Bachelorette Barbie, it is time for you to make your dating connection.
Who will she pick? Oh my god, the suspense.
Barbie smiles. Well, Biff, it's really difficult to choose. Both men are really terrific. Something makes you feel like both doesn't include you. Yes, but I'm sure the audience has already made its decision, says Biff. Yes, says Barbara, and I've made my decision, you know, too. Applause! Yay!
Dork sound.
Biff looks surprised. Okay, Bachelor 2 it is, but frankly, Bachelorette Barbara, I must admit I'm a little surprised. Did he say Bachelor number 2? Barbara, I think most of us expected a different choice, says Biff Barf. Wait, Biff! Shouts Barbara. I wanted Bachelor number 3.
Why'd she say 2?
I'm sorry, Barbara, says Biff. The rules clearly state your first decision is final. Let's find out what they've won!
Whoa.
The voiceover announcer booms. It's a cruise! Guys, unless it's not Tom, we're fine. Audience goes, ooh. Ooh. Good audience. Yes, a romantic cruise of the South Pacific on the beautiful USS Love Tub. You'll spend a solid month together exploring exotic ports of call, courtesy of Wonder Cruise Lines. Remember, if it's a good cruise, it's a wonder.
I feel like a month is too long.
And for our other contestants, why, you lucky fellows have won a year's supply of armadillo polish, 20 cases of black shoelaces, plus a copy of our home game.
Is that like polish for armadillos?
Exactly. Hey man, there ain't no way I'm spending 2 months, without the you-knows, I don't know how to do her voice, on a boat with this jerk, shouts the delicate Bachelorette Barbara. I want a chance to hit on that number 3 guy.
Don't we all?
I'm sure she's really, truly delighted, folks, says Biff, attempting to cover. Now come on, let's really hear it for our lucky couple. A smattering of applause. The voiceover announcer says, be sure to tune in tonight, same time, same station, for the finest in embarrassment programming, the all-new Dating Connection. Good night. It was tomorrow night, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The control room speaker crackles. Okay, gang, that's another one in the can. Rakuga Larry, please report to the green room to receive your prizes. The rest of you just stay where you are. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna walk on out of here. Gosh, Larry, what good luck you have, winning a fun-filled month-long cruise with that lovely Bachelorette Barbara. The assistant producer looks at you with disdain. Well, Laugher, I must admit, none of us in the control room expected you to win. I'm fear you're not proud of the outcome, but rules are rules, I suppose. Here's your cruise ticket. I'm gonna bite my tongue off in a minute. All of us at the Dating Connection wish you the best of luck. You'll need it.
Yay, I'm a dweeb.
Well, that was exciting. I need to rest. That was... Whew. Whew. Hey, you, cries the woman. Where have you been? We've been looking all over for you. I just won the Dating Connection, you reply. Big deal. You were supposed to wait here. Now hurry up and follow me. Oh no, Larry. Here we go again. Larry's really good at game shows.
Apparently.
Ladies and gentlemen, we found him, says the Master of Ceremonies. Yes, we found our last lucky life lottery contestant of this week's show. And here he is now, Mr. Larry, he double checks the teleprompter. Laugher? Yeah, Mr. Larry Laugher! A little applause. Mr. Laugher, we don't have time for our normal introductory chit-chat. Just step right up to the wheel and give her a big spin. Under his breath, the MC admonishes you. Hurry up, Laugher. We're already running late because we couldn't find you. Nervously, you reach for the wheel, knowing full well that the pleasure of America's 3D graphic, animated, adventure game players is riding on the luck of your pull. God, I hope it goes well, otherwise we gotta replay this whole game. Oh my gosh, we won! I think. Did we win? He did it! He did it! He's won the big one! Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Laffer has won the largest prize in the history of the lottery. $1 million a year for life! I feel like people have won more than that.
But a year.
Yeah, but there's people who won like, you know, 500 million in the Powerball. They're not gonna live for 500 years. Applause! Tons of applause!
And we're a schlemiel, whatever that is.
We're a schlemiel. Come on over here, Lucky Larry. You'll notice I haven't done anything to earn these points, by the way.
Who's gonna give it to you?
Here comes lovely Lana Light, the Lucky Lottery, the Lucky Life Lottery Lady with Larry Laffer's first winnings, the U.S. Treasury Department's first $1 million bill.
It's big.
I'm gonna have a hard time breaking that. Well, on behalf of the Lucky Life Lottery, I'm pleased to present our grand prize. $1 million, says the MC.
Oh, now we're not this again.
Congratulations, Mr. Laffer, says the MC. You're a lucky man. Too bad we don't have time for a speech. Get the heck out of here. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Larry Laffer, the luckiest guy in Los Angeles. Even more applause than the tons of applause. The voiceover announcer says, that's it for this week's show. Be sure to tune in next time for the Lucky Life Lottery Show live from Hollywood. Good night. At no point did anybody want to check his ticket. The control room talkback speaker crackles. Okay, kids, that's another one. That's good enough for who it's for. Mr. Laffer, please exit through the door to the left. There'll be plenty of reporters and photographers waiting for you. All right. Gee, Larry, things are finally beginning to go your way. First, you win a month-long ocean voyage with the lovely Bachelorette, and now you win the biggest lottery prize in history. Something tells you this is too good to last. So I'm just going to go out and meet all these reporters and photographers. Yeah, that seems about right. All right. A hidden timer has now started, and I am now on the clock, and if I don't accomplish everything I need to accomplish within a certain amount of time, and I don't know what that amount of time is, game over.
It'd be nice if they would tell you that kind of stuff.
Wouldn't it? Oh, look, here's all these trash cans.
Better look through them. Yes,
you always look in the trash in Larry games. Who'd want to search through Eve's can? You know what? Just give me my passport. I know that's in there. I don't have time to figure out how I know that. You now smell like a combination of cheap department store credit card bills and roadkill. Alright, so another puzzle in this. I've got a lot of stuff I need to buy, but right now I'm holding $1 million bill. And I'm guessing I can't just go to the gas station and break $1 million bill.
I don't see why not.
But there is one store I can break $1 million bill at. The first thing we're going to need is a swimming suit. I think I'll get something from the half-off rack back here. You select a reasonably tight spandex job in blue, although it's cut a little tight. Perhaps that may work to your advantage on the ship. In fact, this may be the beginning of a whole new image for you, Larry. I'm a schlemiel again. Behind an unbelievably beautiful imported Italian marble canner stands an unbelievably beautiful imported Italian clerk. You find Italian women sexy. But then you find any woman sexy. Excuse me, miss, you say hesitantly. Do you have change for $1 million? Bella bueno, she smiles. But of course. But is that trivial little clearance item all you're going to purchase today? Yes, ma'am, he replies, handing over your lottery. You reply, handing over your lottery winnings. I've only got $1 million on me. Alright, that'll be $106,500, including tax. Your change is $893,500.
That's an expensive bathing suit.
That's $100, $200, $300, $400, 500. Stop! I don't count anymore. I don't have that long before my ship leaves. Very well, sir, she concludes. Snowballs! How did you know she was going to say that? You pocket your new gigantic wad of $100 bills. All right.
Oh, it's a strip club.
Man, throwing down $100 bills at the strip club.
Oh my god, you're a cretin.
I am a cretin. Hey! Go into Schwab's drugstore here.
Just say no to drugs.
I really hope I'm remembering everything I'm supposed to buy here. I think it's just the sunscreen. I'd like to pay for this. Can you change for a... Do you have change for 100? Nope, but feel free to give me a big tip. But of course, my good man, you tell him, suddenly putting on airs. Have 100, in fact, have 2. Money means nothing to me. Like, thanks, dude, he tells you. Now, let me go back to sleep. He concludes with a familiar, snowballs.
Nimrod.
I've almost done everything we need to do. I mentioned there's a really fun death scene in here, and we're going to get it down. Because we're going to just buy ourselves a big gulp here. Okay. I'm going to fill up my Coke glass here. A cup that large might take a long time to fill. A cup that large might take forever to fill. Finally, you top it off while you carefully consider how you're going to pick it up. Ah, shucks, this isn't real life, but merely an incredible simulation. You decide to put it in your pocket along with everything else. Even the princess thought that was a little funny. We'll just call that one that. Because we're just going to walk out without paying for it. Suddenly, the woman behind the counter comes to life. Hold her right there, partner, she cries. You ain't rustling no soda off than me. Bam, bam, bam. Yeehaw! Screams the clerk. You're one dead Coke sucker. Enunciate carefully, please. Because Coke sounds like something else that you would suck. Well, not me, but...
Just you.
Well, Larry, you done screwed up again. It's funny because there wasn't actually any sound effect to the gun going off, so it kind of was. Alright. Oh, well, I should pay for it this time. Here's a $100 bill you offer. Okay, partner, says the clerk. Too bad we don't have any change at this time of night.
Who are all these people who don't have change?
But it's broad daylight, you protest. Snowballs!
You slug.
I really should have tried to come up with a joke that anybody watching could join in, but I'm really just enjoying the fact that you're getting a kick every time we say snowballs. 2 things left to do. There's a lot of barber shops in this game. We gotta go to every one of them. How about a quick styling, you ask? Oui, monsieur, but of course, replies the barber. Allow me to correct that receding hairline of yours with my patented special proprietary technique, macrobiotic style reweaving. My accents are horrible, I'm sorry. Just have a seat in the chair, please. Here, says the barber, take a look in this mirror and remember what you look like. When I'm done, you won't be able to recognize your own hairline. Why, you'll be a different man. That's Larry in all his splendor. You think to yourself, yeah, this is exactly what I need. A new look. I'll make Bachelorette Barbie change her tune. Okay, go for it, you tell the barber. Notice the nice little nudity on the walls there. Allow me to begin with a thorough cleansing to rid your hair and scalp of any possible pollutants, says the barber. I assure you I only use the trendiest products, all organically grown and available only in undersized, overpriced, biodegradable bottles.
My favorite.
I don't have any idea what kind of accent I'm doing anymore. You wonder to yourself, what will I look like when he's done? Will I be handsome? Will I ever find true love?
Chances are no.
Yeah, check that out. He could look like that.
Probably won't.
He could go running naked, arm in arm, with some lovely lady. You certainly have interesting daydreams, says the barber.
Quit daydreaming so loud.
And there's a dog peeing on his leg. Hey, Brutus, get out of here! That dog has ruined Larry for life. Your hair is clean in condition, says the barber. Now for the special styling. However, in the future, I may I recommend tin W40 and no more than 3,000 miles between oil changes. Looks like he's taking off a lot of hair.
Might be.
And Larry didn't have that much to begin with. I mean, he was going bald. All done, says the barber. Take a look in this mirror. What do you think?
Oh, God. Okay.
Yep. Oh, well, you can't judge a book by its cover. That'll be fine, you tell the barber. Say, exactly how could I know I was getting a macrobiotic styling? By the price! I live in Austin, I know that's true. That'll be $100, says the barber. Thanks, I guess, you say, flipping the barber one of your C notes.
You're a lowlife.
The barber replies, Snowballs! Alright, but now it's time to get the plot moving and hopefully make it back to the ship.
The spaceship.
No, the cruise ship. It's going to take off any second now.
That's fun.
And if it takes off without us... Well, Leisure Suit Larry 8 was supposed to be on a spaceship, actually. Tragically, it never got made. Say, look, the store is finally open for business. Ye old ethnomusicology shopping.
I had no idea I was waiting for it to be open.
It's because I didn't walk by it earlier, but... Talk to a woman. Hi, beautiful. You attempt to lay a little smooth mouth on the lovely Latin lady. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer. Buenos dias, Senor dos Sisto Bello Bueno. Good day, sir. How may I help you? I'm just going to do the translated ones.
Well, in all fairness, that's not really Spanish anyways.
La Senorita El Tacos. You're saying El Tacos isn't talks or says?
I might be saying that.
Suddenly she smiles broadly, as if she recognizes you. Her smile makes you glad you took Spanish in high school. Too bad you slept through it. Ah, what the heck. You decide to brush the dust off your Spanish by attempting a conversation with the lovely senorita. Perhaps you could begin by complimenting on her on her extremely good looks. Your ears remind me of whale breasts. Which, of course, is El pesto laguerdos espermo bubitos.
Yeah.
Her face brightens further. She seems genuinely interested in you. Your Spanish must not be so bad after all. Sí, sa la luna el gros el poopy doggy la bambino. Yes, but the moon is full and you are a chihuahua. Whoa, speaking is one thing, but understanding is another. Her response baffles you completely. You have no idea what she means.
Maybe she can't speak Spanish either.
Of course, it's never stopped you before. El pincelo is tubular rigido amarillo.
That's not far off.
My pencil is long, hard, and yellow. El hombre...
Maybe I should do the pronunciation.
Okay, you know what? It doesn't matter anymore. We're done with the funny bits. So you're finally here. I thought you'd never show up. By the way, who writes these secret phrases anyway? The microfiche... By the way, this is the same thing. The microfiche containing the secrets to the recent United States superconductor research breakthrough is hidden inside this rare Peruvian onklunk. Don't let anyone touch it before you personally deliver it to Dr. Nonuki. And, I don't have to tell you, be careful. He, and he alone, has the authority to deliver it to the USSR agents.
Oh my god, the USSR.
That is a dense translation.
No, that fits perfectly.
Dr. Nonuki El Kami.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I got an onklunk. Muchas gracias, la señorita. Thanks, I guess.
The senorita. Okay.
As best as you can tell, she wants you to keep that unusual musical instrument on the counter. So rather than risk offending her generosity, you take it.
Schmuck.
Have a nice day-o, which translates to snowballs. See, and you thought you weren't going to have any fun with this game. Look, check out the lowrider. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Say, what an interesting car, you think to yourself. How does he make it do that? You are so distracted by the lowrider that you fail to notice the unusual little man lurking beside the car. He, however, doesn't fail to notice you. The little guy in the trench coat gives you a short head start, then follows you. Larry, be careful. This guy's up to no good. I'm happy that the narrator's on our side. Wait a minute. What's this? How can you be at the door to the music store when you just walked off screen to the right? That must be someone who looks just like you. Something strange is going on here. Let's follow him into the music shop and see what we can learn. You, what are you doing back here? Says the clerk, skipping the foreign language subtitles completely. You better get on the mission before Dr. Nonuki prevents you from ever missioning again. What are you talking about? I've never seen you before in my entire life, says the dorky-looking guy. Besides, you're not supposed to talk to me like that before we exchange our cute little secret phrases. What do you mean, she responds. You just walked out that other door over there. Not me, he exclaimed. Hey, wait a minute. Don't tell me you gave the goods to someone else. I'm not sure. That is, there may be I may have... Her voice trembles with fear. I'm sorry, he fit your description perfectly, and he said the secret code phrases as well. Although, come to think of it, he did have a terrible accent. I thought the bad accent might be part of your disguise. What will I do? She continues. Dr. Nonuki doesn't tolerate mistakes. Her eyes flash with an idea. Of course, if you promise to help me, I won't tell him how you lost the microfiche. Why, he threatens. If you know what's good for you, you'll shut down this joint, contact Nuntanite Island, and get the troops started fighting this guy. They'll guarantee he tells no tales about your little indiscretion. If you can retrieve the microfiche before he discovers what he has, Dr. Nonuki might even allow you to live a few extra days.
How's that for an incentive?
She deliberates just a moment before making her decision. You're right, of course. You see if you can follow him while I contact the island by radio telephone. Which is not a radio or a telephone. Well, Larry, this is certainly another fine mess you've gotten us into. Not only is the KGB after you for grabbing what was supposed to be theirs, but Dr. Nonuki's beautiful army of hinchettes, game show hostesses, church secretaries, and bimbos is now hot on your tail. Since you've now learned the worst, we'll rejoin you as you wander through Los Angeles. Now all I gotta do is make it to the boat on time. No, I'm not talking to you. Because he'll kill me. I made it! I made it! I made it! Show ticket! Hey, here's my ticket and my passport. Ah, you just made it. Let's take a look at that passport first. Whew, nice photo. Okay, let's see if your ticket's in order. Ah, geesh, another freebie. When are those suits in marketing going to realize boats don't sail on wind power anymore? Whoops, I'm sorry, it's not your fault. Regaining his composure. Your cabin will be on deck F, cabin 1. That'll be all the way below decks and to the rear. It'll give you an excellent opportunity to hear all of the subtle inflections of our diesels. You may enter now. And hopefully... Thank you. Hopefully I've gotten all the items I need to get, because otherwise it'll be a game over later. It looks like you just made it. The ship is ready to leave. Streamers coming down. And as we conclude our first video, as Los Angeles slips out of view, your thoughts are on your search. Will you find love, or just keep looking in all the wrong places?
Probably the last one.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna guess there's gonna be more pain to it than just looking in the wrong places. I'm gonna guess things are going to be inserted into the wrong places. Not until Larry 6.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have an unfortunate encounter in Larry 6. It's gonna be very unfortunate. Very.
Well, luckily that'll be his only unfortunate encounter.
Most of his encounters are pretty unfortunate. Did you remember the hooker?
Yeah.
That was unfortunate. All right. So, we're going to save it here. On the I'm on a boat! And that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Say bye to the people at home, Princess.
Bye, people at home.